Alright, hey guys. So today is Wednesday, it's midweek, and I am skipping one of my PAA soaps. So, I've been videotaping every day, and I'm not sure if this trend will keep going or not, but I've been videotaping every day. I've been shaving every day for the last few videos in a row. And, I've been just going through my soaps from the right side to the left side on the shelf. And I already used the first line shaves, and then I was on PAA. And I skipped one PAA. I have one more soap in the PAA that I haven't used yet this year. And that's going to be Fireworks. And I decided to skip it just because it's a really like cool, cloudy, gloomy day. And Fireworks, man, the scent on it smells just like burnt fireworks. Very sulfur heavy, gunpowdery, but very sulfur heavy. And I just felt like the weather today, I wasn't really feeling that kind of scent. So I decided to skip it. I'll probably use it, once it gets a little bit more sunny out. I know I like Fireworks. I haven't seen it released in years. I don't know if he's going to release it this year or not. But it's a really cool, fun scent. It's one of those ones that, yeah, I wouldn't wear it out somewhere. I wouldn't buy like the matching EDP and wear it out because it smells like sulfur and burnt fireworks. But I think it's really cool, especially during the summer. It reminds me of my teenage years shooting off fireworks. It reminds me of 4th of July. All those cool memories where you're getting together, having a few drinks, maybe out there camping even. But for today, I decided I'm going to use something in my next pile, which my next pile to start using is Declaration Grooming. And this is one that I thought about getting rid of last year, but I kept on to it. And we're going to see how we like it today. And that is Declaration, boom, Grooming Contemplation. And as always, I really like the artwork Declaration Grooming has brought. He always has this little bison on there, and then he just does different backgrounds. And I love how it's like tape looking. Pretty smart marketing on his part because, most of the labels are the exact same, and then you just change a little bit of the background. Unlike some other artisans where they have to change multiple artwork on each and every tub. We do have the matching splash. And we're on our second use for this Ti Diamondback. It has a Wizamet. It's on its second use. My first use with it was on that last video. And I showed you guys there was a couple marks. It was hard to see. We're going to get into that, though, with this one. Here is the puck. It is milk stick. It is very soft, so I don't bloom it. Off the puck, I get this very grassy scent, but maybe with like a twist of something like citrusy, like lemon or something. It almost reminds me of like a lemongrass drink. It's like fresh cut grass, maybe with like a lemonade. But I have the brush over here soaking, and I didn't mean to do this, but the brush actually matches the soap perfectly. And that's going to be Magic Hour B11. And I wanted to use B11 today because it's been a while since I've used B11. And from what I remember, B11 is just one of those all-around good batches. It's not cloud-like feel. It has a nice soft scrub to it. And as you can see, the pour matches perfectly. This pour, again, it's called Magic Hour. And it's like almost like a green and gold mix pour. Really cool looking. I personally like it a lot. There is a little bit of swirling in this one, and One thing I noticed about Declaration Grooming, some of his great pours like this, another one I can think of off the top of my head is Somber Hour, is they tend to like I love that part, right? Where it's just kind of like wavy. But then there's parts where you'll start seeing right here where it kind of swirls and it doesn't come through as great. And, you know, that's just me being nitpicky. Ooh, that's a little bright. But Somber Hour, my Somber Hour is kind of the same thing. I call that washed out. I don't know what we actually call that in the artisan world. But my Somber Hour, the whole bottom is like that. It's all kind of like washed out. And we're going to go straight to the puck. Declaration Grooming, again, it's a really soft soap. It's not a crope, but you just saw how easy I pushed it in. It's one of those soaps that I feel like I can literally see the soap disappearing every use. Compared to a lot of soaps, you can use it multiple times and you're like, man, have I even used any of the soap? So actually, I just got back in. I decided to take the pup and we went to the beach just because the weather is so rad right now. I wanted to go see what it was like. And I wanted to see how far the beach was from my RV park here in Alabama. And it's not too bad. It's like a 30-minute drive-ish. Probably quicker. I was driving really slow just to kind of sightsee on the way. And man, if you go to my Instagram, you can see the video of the beach, and it was epic looking, man. And on the way back, the radio station actually stopped to play a warning that there's a tornado warning for the area, which doesn't surprise me with the way the clouds and the weather's looking right now. And I think we're going to go with that. Doesn't look like a great load. But again, I can always go back to the tub if I feel like it's not enough. And we're going to go tips straight into the water. But yeah, let's talk about the Ti, the Diamondback Ti from Paradigm. So the owner is Andy. I reached out to him. So those scuff marks I had on it, they were pretty prominent when I first opened it up. But I ended up using my cloth that came with my Wolfman. It's just like a little lint-free, I don't know if I would call it a polishing cloth, because I don't think it actually, you know, takes any layers off the metal to actually polish it. But it's just like one of those lint-free little cloths you can get that, you know, sometimes you get with your phones and electronics and things like that. And I just used that on those scuff marks. And they did lighten up a little bit. They're still there, though. So I asked some people in the community, like, hey, what do you guys think? What would you do in my situation? You know, because first use, I like the razor a lot. And they're not the worst ever, but it kind of irks me that, one, to get a new razor already marked up is kind of shitty. Two, the way Andy packed these razors, to me, is retarded. I don't know, I just, to put it in a little wooden box with a burlap bag that's rough and scuffy, like, who the fuck in their right mind thinks to themselves, like, I run a business selling razors, let me put it in this rough sack after you've waited. We pre-ordered in November, December, January, February, March, April, 4 to 5 months. You waited 4 to 5 months and let me pack it in this rough ass burlap little sack when I could easily have used what other people use, which is regular little sacks that you can buy on Amazon, you can buy from fucking China for cents on the dollar, that are made out of cloth. And so I don't know. I was a little irked because of that, right? Because waiting that long, and this is what I get, and to think that the person sent it out like that is a little beyond me. And some of the guys in the community, all of them were like, yeah, I would reach out to Andy because, you know, you should be getting a perfect razor. And I've heard bad stories about Andy, so I was kind of worried about the worst case scenario of him saying something stupid to the effect of, well, I'll refund you, but that's it. And so Andy gave me two options. Option one was to send him the razor back, and he would put it on a wheel with light polish. We're going to go straight to round one. With polish, and hope that he could get it out. And he apologizes that he didn't catch it when he shipped it. Okay. Fair enough, option one. Option two. Hopefully you guys can't hear all that wind. I had the window open. It's windy as hell right now. Option two was that I'll just refund you the whole razor. So no option of like, hey, I'll just send you a new top cap, right? That would probably be the most efficient way to do it. Like, hey, my top cap's fucked up. Just send me a new top cap, brother. And either A, I keep that shitty top cap, or B, you know, you pay me whatever the cost is to ship it back to you. Or B, be like, hey, you know, ship me the razor, I'll pay for it to be shipped, and I'll ship you a new razor. Neither of those were mentioned. Neither options. So I emailed him back and said, hey, you know, is there any option where you could just send me a new top cap, or B, a new razor? And I sent him that email late last night because that's when he sent me an email. And I haven't heard back from him yet. And it is noon here in Alabama. I'm not sure where Andy is located, to be honest. But right off the bat, I'm not really impressed with that kind of customer service. Yeah, you know, you offered me a refund. Yeah, your website has a guaranteed refund, no questions asked within 30 days. So, like, that's not really great customer service to offer me that when you already have that on your website as a option, right? So far the only option that he's given me to actually rectify and fix the issue is to send him the top cap. And mind you, he also didn't tell me how long that turnaround would be. And him get on a wheel with it and hopes that he can take it out. And my thought process is one, like, how long is that turnaround going to be? Because I already waited 5 months for this razor. And I asked that in the email, too, that I replied back to him. Like, hey, how long is that going to take? And then two, like, what if you can't get it out, man? Like, what if I send it to you and you can't get it out? And then my third thing is, like, this was sent to a company that specializes in polishing, right? Like an electro polish. A little Dr. Pepper. And my fear is that Andy gets on this wheel to polish and he doesn't do a good job at it, and somehow then the top cap will look a little different polish wise than the rest of the razor. Need a little bit more water. So we'll see what he says. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, If he can just send me a new top cap or a new razor, I'm all for that. I don't know if I'm willing to send him the top cap to chance it getting messed up even more. And then what? And then it's just, hey, you can have a refund? Because so far, I like the razor a lot. I want to keep it. And like I told you guys, that pre-order was a sale. So it's more expensive now, his next batch, once he comes out with them, to buy it. And I was looking at the site, and the site looks like it's going to be like $360-ish, maybe $400 when it comes out in the next batch, unless he decides to change that. But I looked on my email last night, and it looks like I paid like, damn, I already forgot. I think I paid like $3. Damn. I really wish I would have looked. No. And this is going great with milk steak. So B11, we're getting into this. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this TI, man. It just sucks, man. Like, and I feel like I don't see this in other markets in business. Like with wet shaving, this guy Andy, like any other company, if I buy something from you and it's not perfect, I get a replacement. It's not, oh, well, I'll give you your refund, or you send me the top cap and I'll try to repolish it. Like, if I buy a nice watch, they're not going to be like, oh, send it back and we'll try to polish it up. They're going to be like, oh, we apologize. You know, here's a code for, take it to UPS and it'll ship for free to us. And we'll have another one shipped to you today on the way. But for some reason in wet shaving, you don't see that kind of stuff. And I get it, like wet shaving, they're like, people are like, oh, it's small businesses. Yeah, and I get that. But that's the thing, because it's a small business, to me, something like that shouldn't happen. It's a small business. This guy, he's looking at every razor while he packages it in a rough burlap sack. Like, you're a small business, you shouldn't be doing stupid shit like that, man. And I don't know, that's just, again, it irks me. Like, you know, I've had my own businesses with financial coaching, with blogging. You know, I've helped people run businesses, and like, you know, I'm financially independent. Like, that's not the kind of shit you do, man. Especially when you're a small business, because you need people like me to promote your shit. You need to not upset your customers, man. But Yates, man, Yates fucking did an awesome job. This thing shaves so fucking good. So Yates is the one who manufactured these, machined them for Andy. And it just cuts so smooth. Like right now, and we'll see as I go, because I do need to try other blades in it. But as of right now, like, this thing is just buttery smooth, man. Like, what I call ghost blade feel, man. Like, there's no fucking feeling. And I just think it'd be shitty that I would have to get refunded for this. And then if I want to buy a new one, I'm going to have to buy it at the more expensive price. Like, it shouldn't be like that. I bought this. You know, when I bought this from you, I was expecting to get a perfect razor. 5 months, man. I was expecting to get a perfect razor. And to think right now, the two options you gave me is that I could send you the razor and you can maybe polish it out. That top cap, maybe. Or I can get my money back for it. And I'm assuming if I'm getting my money back, obviously I'm going to have to send you the razor back, right? Like, but shouldn't there be some kind of corrective action of, hey, instead, I know you, oh, you like the razor. If you like the razor, well, hey, I'll just send you a new top cap. Or hey, I'll just send you a whole new razor. I'm really hoping that when he replies back, that one of those answers is like, yeah, I can just send you a new top cap, or yeah, I can send you a new razor. But the problem is, with that, is what I'm thinking is he doesn't have any extra top caps, because, again, it pisses me off, because he didn't think of, oh, let me have some extra top caps, extra bottom caps, base plates, in case like something does happen with one of them, that I can replace it. Or if it's like, hey, let me send you a whole new razor, am I going to wait again 5 months? So, I don't know, man. Welcome to the wet shaving community and dealing with some of these small businesses that, I don't know, man. You know, I don't have a small business, razor shop or soap shop, but man, like, again, I've run my blog. You know, my spouse runs her businesses. You know, we have rentals in other countries. Like, I don't know, it's just, it's WTF, man. Like, what the fuck? Mixed with, like, I feel like laziness. Because I feel like a lot of these small businesses in the wet shaving community, they don't have a lot of skin in the game. And what I mean by that is that small business isn't their only income. They usually work W-2 jobs, and then they have a small business on the side as like a side hustle. Which, if that's the case, then, you know, there's no skin in the game. So you, like him, like, if that's the case, then he's not worried about razor sales, paying his electric bill, and things like that. Whatever, we're going to get off this rant, guys, because we're on round 3. But, scent strength on this, I would give it a 6. It doesn't change much from what I smelled off the tub, which is like fresh cut grass mixed with like a lemon. It's not bad. It's nice. B11 is doing phenomenal. Again, medium, probably about a medium with the backbone. Not cloud-like feel. Has this really nice soft scrub throughout. soft tips, but still has that like soft scrub to it that makes it just, you know, again, when I think about batches of hair, I think cloud-like. I think like a general overall good batch, which is like that kind of mid-grade, which is, you know, B11 basically, which is, it's soft, but it's not cloud-like. It has like this soft feel, has a little bit medium of a backbone to really work and exfoliate. And then you have, you know, your option 3, which is like, to me, like that third batch is like, you know, more of a higher backbone, kind of skirchy almost. I think of like older badger hair when I think of that, like older, like I'm not even sure what I'm thinking about. Like I think more of like an older, like English style badger brush. Like when I first started out, a lot of the badger brushes I owned back then was like that. They were more skirchy and high backbone. You can see we still got plenty of lather. Boom. Lather for days, folks. So I don't know. Again, I'm not one to talk crap, right? I'm just an honest guy. And like I said, I'm a little frustrated by what has happened with this razor, you know. And I'm a little disappointed in the 2 options he gave me. You know, A, full refund, or B, send me the top cap and we'll see if I can buff it out. Like, I just think as a small business owner and as a business in general, there should always be an option for replacement. Either you're going to replace just that part or the whole item, right? But if those are the only 2 options, I'm going to have to think hard and long about sending this top cap to him. Because again, I would hate for it to come back worse than it is right now. And then my only option is a full refund. Because right now, it's not perfect. But it could also be worse. It's at that stage where I could live with it. But when you buy something new and you wait, and that was the other part. It's not just that I bought something new. It's I bought something new and I had to wait 5 months for it because it was supposed to come perfect. It was supposed to have this high-tech polish on it, top of the line, manufacturing. And like I've said, like, there's no doubt in my mind it's a great, great shaver. Like this, even on my second use, you know, I'm still obviously in that honeymoon stage. But second use, it's great, man. Like, it's going smooth. That was 3 passes. It's a little less efficient than my Wolfman, and I still do think that. But it's a lot smoother. No blade feel. And with the no blade feel, that probably also makes it feel a lot smoother. Because a lot of times people think a razor is super aggressive because you can feel the blade. And that's not necessarily the case. It can still be really smooth. Ooh, you guys. The wind is just rolling my RV right now. But that's not always the case. It's starting to rain, guys. So after this video, I'm going to have to go outside and make sure everything's put away outside so nothing blows away. Going straight to the splash. Ooh, a little burn, which I don't think I've ever felt with Declaration Grooming splashes. Scott's splash is nice. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite either. It's probably mid-grade in my collections. It makes, at least for me, it gives me like this little bit of a sticky feel, and I like that. Some people don't. I like that though. The splash is about the same scent strength. I'd give it a 6 to a 7-ish, and it's identical. It's that fresh cut grass with like a little bit of lemon. The splash is a little bit more fresh cut grass forward, and the lemon's in the background, where I feel like you smell the lemon a lot more, like the citrus vibe in this more. Overall, great, man. Great shave today. Quick video. You guys heard my rants a little bit about the Diamondback Ti. And again, like, it's not all bad. Yeah, it has 2 little scuff marks, but besides that, nothing else is wrong with the razor, and it shaves phenomenal. Again, I said in my first video, even if it came in perfect, I don't think the polish is superiorly great, like what I was expecting from it being electro whatever processed. I think it's still a step down from Wolfman's basic polish. This polish, though, it's as good as any others that I've seen besides Wolfman. But yeah, it's you know, when I think of polishes, I compare it to my Wolfman, and this is a step down. Again, if I had to describe it to other razors as of right now, a little less efficient than a 1.55 gap WR2. I would say it is probably about as efficient as a 1.25 or 1.35 if I had to guess. I've never used those gaps, but if I had to guess, that's where I would put it, and I've heard people say that it matches that efficiency for them. Just because, like I said, it's a little less efficient than my WR2, but it's smoother. With the WR2, it's smooth, but I do feel the blade feel. With this, I don't feel any blade feel. It's just, I feel less blade feel on this, I think, than some of my other, like I don't know. I need to compare this. Maybe on my next shave, I'll put this against like the Carve Overlander to see which one is smoother. But I think this one is going to end up replacing my Carve Overlander, and this actually might even replace my, Outlaw Evo Ti. The only thing is, I do love that one just because it's anodized in that Galaxy finish. But this might be a little bit smoother and more efficient than even that one. We'll see. I'll have to do a couple side-by-sides. So, rounding it up today, we used Declaration Grooming Contemplation. Gorgeous label. We had the matching splash. We used the new Paradigm Diamondback Ti. And see, like, even this camera really doesn't pick up where those scuff marks are, unless I showed you. Last but not least, man, use this beautiful B11 Magic Hour pour, which is like a green and gold, matched perfectly with the software set today. Oh, such a good scent. Love B11. If you find one on the used marketplace and you're looking for like an overall great batch, that's, you know, it's not going to be super cloud-like feel. It has a nice soft scrub though, with a medium backbone. Like B11 is something to look forward to. I like it a lot. I'm glad I have it. I'm not going to get rid of this one or my other B11, which is Poison Pond pour. Both of them are phenomenal. And both knots, I couldn't tell the difference between them. Really enjoyed this. Appreciate you guys listening to my rant, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video.